All right. All right, I'm live. All right, here we go. Let me set this up as I always do. All right, let's sit down. Okay, hold on. Crap. Sorry, I know I always do this pretty much every stream. I'm always trying to set up my little recording thingamajigger. I don't even know what that is. Anyway. Oh my gosh. The hell? Come on. No. Oh, there we go. Alright, wait. Okay. And I'm making weird faces. Alright, cool. Okay. This guy right here. We're all set up. Okay, so what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Nerdy Mark live stream. I am, of course, Sid the Nerdy Mark. Today, we're going to be doing live review for Survivor Series. Live review going down. I already did a review for NXT TakeOver War Games 2, which is on my channel right now. You can go check that out after this live stream. But I did watch Survivor Series last night in its entirety. I don't know how, but I just did. I had like a huge headache after it. I guess it just too much wrestling. You know, whatever. But yeah. So we are here live. I'm excited for this this live stream and whatnot. So anyway, so we're gonna talk about Survivor Series because it's over with. It is apparently because besides Royal Rumble, besides Crown Jewel, besides WrestleMania, besides Evolution, this is the one time in the year where Raw superstars and SmackDown superstars collide. So remember that. This is the only time, folks. No other time do Raw and SmackDown superstars collide. Oh, Money in the Bank. Yeah, definitely not Money in the Bank either. So, with that in mind, let's talk about... I'm going to go ahead and just talk about every single match that went down, including the pre-show and whatnot. You know, I actually, if you're wondering why I'm dressed like this, I actually just came back from work. I was going to do it about an hour ago, this whole live stream. Then I got like a call from work and I had to take it, and then stuff like that happened. So I got it delayed. So I'm sorry about that, guys. So I know there's not nobody on the stream yet. If whoever joins, it's whatever. You can watch it later, however you fancy, right? But I did want to just get this review out for people to see and everything, so that you know what's going on. Anyway, so Survivor Series. Now, this wasn't. Now, this, of course, wasn't nearly as great as what we saw in War Games, because War Games Part 2 was just fantastic. You know, I kind of want to go back and watch it again now. Just the War Games match, even, maybe. So, yeah. Like, I would suggest you go watch TakeOver War Games, either the first one or the second one, whichever one, because that will tell you why you should be watching NXT, because it is a much better brand than Raw and SmackDown at the moment. And Survivor Series confirmed it for me. Survivor Series confirmed what my sentiments have been all this time. Survivor Series made me happy that I'm reviewing NXT and 205 Live now. Matter of fact, because of Survivor Series, I will be watching Wrestle Kingdom 13. I don't know if I'll review it. If you want me to, I will, but I don't know. But Wrestle Kingdom 13, I'm definitely watching. I may not stay up late and watch it. I'll just be watching it whenever. So, yeah. So all kinds of stuff. I'm definitely going to be searching other avenues of wrestling a little bit more. So, yeah. So thank you, Survivor Series, for doing that for me. But yeah. So, but either way, though, I do sound like I'm bashing it. Survivor Series wasn't a terrible show, but it wasn't like anything spectacular, you know? Especially if you watch War Games, you know? I'm gonna keep going back to that, but anyway. So, TakeOver was really good. This was not a bad show, but we'll get into that in just a sec. So, without further ado, let's open up my can of seltzer water. Yes, I drink seltzer. Okay. Cheers. love the taste of carbon in the morning. Well, it's the evening, but yeah. Anyway, so not a sponsor, by the way, not a sponsor. But with that being said, let's just dive right in. So the first match I want to talk about is the pre-show. I'm just looking at it right here. It was the 10 on 10 tag team traditional Survivor Series match. It was like for the tag teams. It was basically the Survivor Series match for all the tag teams. In other words, for all the fodder, really. Let's just face it, that's kind of what they are now at this point. Except on SmackDown. The tag teams on SmackDown are good, but on Raw, it's just a bunch of jobbers. Really, it really is. So on Team Raw, we had Bobby Roode and Chad Gable as captains. We had Lucha House Party from 205 Live. We had the B Team. We had the Ascension, and we had the Revival. On Team SmackDown, we had the captains, the Usos. We had the New Day, who cut the opening promo despite the fact that the Usos were captains, but whatever. We had Gallows and Anderson, before I forget. We also had the Colognes. Wow, they're still employed with WWE. And we have Sanity. Hey, they're still around. Wow, I did not notice. Anyway, so so those were the teams. This was actually a much better match than I originally envisioned. I thought this match was just going to be a stinker. It was just going to be like too many bodies in the ring and whatever. Didn't really care. But I actually thought it was pretty good. I liked this match overall. Was kind of sad to see Sanity get eliminated very quickly. But then again, I kind of expected that because it is the main roster, and it is that Meek Mahan, whatever. But so, it is what it is. So yeah, let's keep going on. But I did want to talk about the last two guys who were on the match. It was of course the Revival for Raw and the Usos for SmackDown. So that was cool. And these two had a really good back and forth. I kind of want to see a match between these two teams because that would be really good. Of course, it did end with one of the Usos, either Jimmy or Jay, hitting the flying Us. But before they did, of course, they did the Superman punch thing for Roman. That was always touching. Always good to see tributes to Roman Reigns. But even if it was Nia Jax and Tamina doing the ooh-ah thing at Evolution, that was good. Jimmy and Jey Uso doing the Superman punch. That's always good to see. So I like that. That was good. That was touching. But Roman get well soon. Anyway, so this was a decent match. Usos did win, and this means that SmackDown has got the advantage, doesn't it? Well, spoiler, they don't acknowledge it for the rest of the pay-per-view. So what in the world was the point of this match? I don't understand. So, that's the thing. Another reason for me to not watch main roster WWE, there's a reason why I'm recording this at the time of Monday Night Raw. Because this is my protest against Monday Night Raw. I got better things to do than watch Raw. Like, I don't know, have a live stream. So, anyway, I don't want to get into that. Let's move on. So up next, we did have our first match of the evening. For the main show, we had the women's 5-on-5 Survivor Series tag team match on Team Raw. It was originally going to be Ruby Riott and Natalya, but they actually got into a bit of a tiff, and they were kicked out of the team. So Sasha and Bayley replaced them both. Pardon me. And so we have Sasha and Bayley, Tamina, Nia Jax, who comes out to a shower of boos, and of course, we also had Mickie James. So those are the five people. Of course, Alexa Bliss was the captain of Team Raw. On SmackDown, we had Naomi, who was the team captain, Sonya Deville, and Mandy Rose, who was the fifth woman, which, of course, nobody wanted Nikki Cross or Shayna Baszler, so obviously people put Mandy Rose, right? Because that makes all the sense in the world. So anyway, we had those two. Then we had Asuka and we had Carmella. So that was good. I liked this team. But this was a fun match, and It was all right, actually. It wasn't anything great. Um, it wasn't anything fantastic. I didn't really care for it. I thought Asuka was going to be the sole survivor again, but to no avail, because the match ended with Asuka on the SmackDown side and Nia Jax and Sasha on Raw's side. Sasha went to the top rope, but Nia pushed her off of the top rope, continuing her heel heat and whatnot. This allowed Asuka to lock in the Asuka lock onto Sasha, where she tapped and left the ring. Oh yeah, but before that, we did have Bayley and Sonya have a really good sequence, but both of them were counted out. So, make what you will of that. But anyway, so we had that match. We had that whole thing. Then we of course had Nia Jax then come in after Sasha tapped to the Asuka lock, and she just came and murdered Asuka and won to get more heat. And I understand why they're doing this. It's because of the heel heat, but come on, man. Like, this is terrible. I didn't like it. This was BS. Like, I thought Asuka should have taken this. I thought she was going to get another push, but apparently not. Because why would you push Asuka? She's only like the freaking thing about SmackDown. She's only like the best wrestler on your roster. Why the hell would you push her? Why would you give her a title? Yeah, no, you just feed her streak to Charlotte Flair. No, of course that was a good match, but it shouldn't have been Charlotte. It should have been Ember Moon who ended her streak, and I'm gonna keep saying that because it's the facts. So Raw is up 1-0 because again they don't bring up the pre-show match for some odd reason. I didn't get that at all. That was stupid. Yeah, this was a so-so match. I didn't really care for it. Nia Jax won. Yay. Whatever. It's not liking Nia Jax anymore, man. Just not. Especially after what she did to Becky. And Zelina Vega. And, many other women. So, let's move on. Oh my god. Okay. Well, the next one was actually a pretty good match. The next one I enjoyed quite a bit. Was, in my opinion, kind of a sleeper hit for me. Shinsuke Nakamura, the United States Champion, taking on Seth Rollins, the Intercontinental Champion, in a really good match. Lots of cool stuff. Both of them kind of taunting each other with the "come on" and all that stuff. That was cool. I loved it. The whole storyline is, can Seth Rollins keep his focus off of Dean Ambrose for the time being and focus on Shinsuke Nakamura? That was the whole story. Nakamura continuing to kind of try to slow the pace down, but Seth Rollins coming in and trying to speed the pace up. Nakamura also can work the faster type of match as well, as he showed in this bout. Now, this is, in my opinion, in a way, Seth Rollins has mentioned that he wants to fight the best bout machine, Kenny Omega, and personally, I think that would be a fantastic match. However, I feel in a way this is kind of a test. This is kind of to see how would Seth Rollins do with someone from New Japan, because as you know, Nakamura is a New Japan talent. So this was it. Awesome. I think Seth Rollins, if he were to leave WWE, he should definitely go to New Japan. I would love to see him in New Japan Pro Wrestling. So, yeah, but fantastic match. The ending sequence, though predictable, was really good. Seth Rollins did kick out of a Kinshasa. Right then and there, I kind of knew Rollins was winning. But anyway, so Seth Rollins, Nakamura did do the fury of strikes and tried to go for another Kinshasa, but missed. Super kick, curb stomp, 1, 2, 3. Seth Rollins brings up Raw 2-0. It's 2-1, but they're still not doing it. I can't believe... I'm sorry. Okay, you know what? I'm going to stop talking about that because they apparently stopped. They don't care, so why the hell should I care? Anyway, so, yeah, Seth Rollins brings up Team Raw 2-0, and it is, of course, later announced that Seth Rollins will be taking on Dean Ambrose in December at TLC, and he will be putting the Intercontinental title on the line. I kind of don't know if I want this to be like a TLC match. I would rather it just be a regular old match because Seth Rollins doesn't, even though he used a chair to break up the Shield, he does not need a chair to wrestle a good brutal match. He can do it without no chairs. He can do it without ladders, and he can do it without those goddamn tables. He can do it without those godforsaken tables that everyone clamors for so much. Okay? So I swear to God, I'm gonna hear a lot of "We Want Tables" chants at TLC, aren't we? Yeah, that's gonna suck. But I'm sure it's gonna be a really good match. So I'm excited for that. But I don't know if I'll watch TLC, but I'll definitely watch that match. But let's move on. Up next, we did have the Raw Tag Team Champions, Authors of Pain, taking on the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, the Bar Show, because the Bar and the Big Show are a team now. Of course, Drake Maverick coming out with them. Let's go ahead and get this elephant in the room out of the way. Yes, Drake Maverick pissed his pants, and it was not funny. It was very childish. I get it that Drake Maverick looks like a small child, but he's a grown man. He can't help it if he didn't grow past 5'2", right? I'm not making fun of Drake Maverick. I'm just saying. And I know I get it. Big Show is like 3 times the size or whatever. I mean, I get it, but come on, come on. That's not funny. That is not funny. Like this is like even like a 2-year-old would not laugh at this. That is how this is how out of touch Vince McMahon is. He thinks that this is gonna be funny, but it's not funny. Okay, so that was just really stupid. Sorry, there's a text message. That was just dumb. I can't believe they actually did that. Anyway, but of course AOP did win this as I thought they should because they are the new tag team champions and they don't deserve to lose just yet. So yeah, I'm glad that they won. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention Enzo Amore was in the crowd and he did his whole "how you doing" thing, and security kicked him out, which was kind of interesting. I don't know how I feel about that. There were "We Want Enzo" chants for some of these matches. No, you don't. You don't want Enzo. You think you want that, but you don't. Okay, you really don't want Enzo. Okay, yeah. So. Decent match. Sans the whole Drake Maverick peeing his pants thing, but whatever. So let's move on. Next up was the match that I thought was the best thing on this card, and that was Buddy Murphy, the Cruiserweight Champion, taking on Mustafa Ali. And this was everything I expected it to be. This was a barn burner of a match. And they actually let it go on for a little bit. And I like that. And after watching this, if you are not watching 205 Live, and I tweeted this, but if you're not watching 205 Live, I don't know what to say to you. I really don't. So you need to rectify that fast. So yeah. But anyway, great overall match. Of course, Buddy Murphy did retain, which is what should have happened anyway. Oh, by the way, Raw is up 3-0, but whatever. So yeah, Buddy Murphy retained, and I like this. I'm glad that they're not, just now giving the belt to Mustafa Ali yet. I'm sure he will win it. I'm sure he's going to beat Murphy for it. But not just yet, because this is Murphy's first title defense since winning it out of Australia. I think it will be too soon to give the belt to Buddy Murphy. So I'm glad that they had Buddy Murphy. He hit the Murphy's Law and won. Again, fantastic match. Unfortunately, and there were even 205 Live shouts, chants during this match, because you know what? This match was awesome. This is awesome chants. 205 Live chant, 205 chants. This is awesome chants. Yeah, this was awesome. When they did do the 205 chants, it did kind of remind me of Okada when he did the 205, when he had Marty Scurll at All In, when he was fighting Marty Scurll, and he had him in position for the Rainmaker. And he did the 205 thing. That was cool. I like that, by the way, at All In, and it kind of reminded me of that. But regardless, amazing match. Definitely my favorite match of the night. But the good times kind of stop there. So let's move on. Well, not really, not really. Well, this next match, this is the match where I started getting a headache. Really, I actually had a headache throughout most of this pay per view, and this is kind of the match which kind of gave me that. But we had the traditional 5-on-5 men's tag match. The Raw was represented, of course, the captain was Baron Corbin, the acting GM. Raw was represented by Drew McIntyre, Dolph Ziggler, Bobby Lashley, Finn Balor, and of course Braun Strowman. And SmackDown was represented by The Miz, who was the team captain, Rey Mysterio, Jeff Hardy, Samoa Joe, and the best wrestler in the whole damn planet, Shane McMahon. So, this was crap. This is a terrible match. I didn't like it at all. It just was a huge mess. I thought they were gonna, especially, I love Drew McIntyre, but they are literally feeding him superstars that really deserve a push as well. Like, they literally, Samoa Joe wasn't even in the match for like 5 minutes and he got kicked out. Like, what, from going from being in the WWE title picture to getting fed to Drew McIntyre to further his push. What an upgrade. Like, seriously, what an upgrade. Good job, WWE, on booking Samoa Joe. You've done amazing. A guy was white hot in NXT, even in Ring of Honor, TNA, House of Glory. I mean, this is how you treat a superstar of his pedigree. So good job, WWE. Keep on feeding him to other superstars. Good freaking job. Anyway, so this was a disaster of a match. Braun and Drew got into it a couple of times. We surely thought this was going to be SmackDown's first loss on the main card. Finn Balor was the first to go. Who'd have thunk it, right? Finn Balor and, who else was on Team Raw? I kind of forgot. See, that's how much I cared about this match. So, yeah, Finn Balor was eliminated. And, yeah. Whatever. I don't even care anymore, dude. Oh yeah, and Dolph Ziggler was eliminated. That's right, yeah. By guess who? Shane McMahon, the best in the world. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, guys. This match just, oh my god, this match. Anyway. Yeah, Shane McMahon eliminated Dolph Ziggler again. Yay. Shoot me. Anyway, Braun pretty much came in and eliminated everybody, and he won the match for Raw. Great, wow, wonderful. And then Baron Corbin attacked him from the back because, of course, there's a whole storyline going on that, hold on, another text message, going on with Braun Strowman, that if he attacks Baron Corbin before Survivor Series, he's not going to get a shot at the Universal title. So, Baron Corbin thought he'd get the drop on him early and, attack Braun Strowman there. Yeah, great. I mean, continuing this storyline because we need it, Let's just move on. I don't want to talk about this match anymore. This sorry excuse of a match, let me say. This was bullshit. I'm sorry. I don't like cursing on the Nerdy Mark channel, but I have no other words to describe it. But we then get to a match that I did not expect to be so good. I mean, I knew it was going to be pretty good, but I didn't expect it to be this good. That was Ronda Rousey, the Raw Women's Champion, taking on Charlotte, who is fighting for Becky Lynch, who, thanks a lot, Nia, of course, got stiffed in the face by Nia Jax, so Charlotte is taking her place. And let me tell you this: if the horsewomen match is even 1/5 as good of this match, I will love it. I'm actually really intrigued. If this is a sample of what we can expect in the four horsewomen versus four horsewomen match, I will be more than invested in this. So this was a really good match. Both of them trying to get their respective submissions in. Charlotte did get a figure four, tried to transition into a figure eight, but of course Ronda rolled over. What the hell was Ronda wearing on her eyes? By the way, she looked like she accidentally someone threw a pepper bomb at her. You know, like someone just took a bunch of chili powder and threw it on her eyes, and now they're so red because of that. Like, that's what she looked like. This looks terrible. Seriously, I wish Ronda would just come out normally. Why the hell does she have to wear that eye makeup? If she has to wear war paint, just wear that thing that football players wear on their face. Sorry. Or you know, like kind of what the War Raiders did. Oh my God, why so many notifications? Stop. Anyway, like the War Raiders wear their war paint. That looks good. Why do you have to wear a bunch of shit on your face? I'm sorry. I'll try to stop swearing. But seriously, why? It makes no sense. Anyway, was a good match. It looked like Ronda was gonna beat Charlotte, which she did by disqualification because Charlotte decided to take a kendo stick and whack Ronda Rousey across the back with it. I wish she did that to Nia Jax. And she just kept on wailing at her with a kendo stick, brought her back in the ring, brought in a steel chair, put it around her neck, and kept on stomping on it. And she went out of the ring. She came back in, hit a natural selection with Ronda Rousey still wrapped up in the chair. I don't know if this is... So it looks like Charlotte has turned heel, which is fine because I loved heel Charlotte back in 2016 because she was amazing. And I think someone like Charlotte Flair does have more of a heelish personality than a babyface. If this is how they're going to do heel Becky, face Becky versus heel Charlotte, I'm fine with it. This should be really good. I'm excited for this. Ronda, rest in peace, Ronda. But yeah. So, with that being said, let's move on to our final match of the night. And that was the Universal Champion, Brock Lesnar, taking on the newly turned heel, Daniel Bryan, who is now, of course, the WWE Champion. Daniel Bryan's entrance was interesting. He kind of crawled a little bit. That was cool. I like that. He kind of crawled, it kind of reminded me of Demon Finn Balor a little bit. I mean, I don't know if he's been... talking to Finn, on a side note, Daniel Bryan versus Finn Balor would be a good match. I'm sure they've had a match before, but I haven't seen it. If you do know what it is, let me know. But anyway, this was actually not as much of a squash as I thought it would be. I thought Daniel Bryan was going to get killed, and I was talking about how I'm going to give him a eulogy, and I'm looking for coffins for Daniel Bryan. I actually didn't have to do that. I actually thought this was fun. Of course, in the beginning, it was a little one-sided with, with Daniel Bryan getting a guided tour of Suplex City. But very, very much later on, Brock Lesnar did bump into the ref, and Daniel Bryan did hit a low blow onto Brock Lesnar, much like how we did to AJ Styles. Poor AJ Styles' private parts. Like, seriously, he's just gotten low blowed so much this year. Like, it's not even funny, man. Like, put some ice on that thing, dude. Seriously. Anyway, well, actually, no, don't do that. Anyway, right. So, this looked good. Daniel Bryan looked like he was going to get his resolve. He even got Brock in the yes lock when Brock was actually, like, visibly panicking. There was actually some panic in his eyes. And it was good. It was really good stuff. However, of course, the match ended with Daniel Bryan trying to hit another drop kick, but Lesnar catches him. F5, 1, 2, 3. Brock Lesnar wins this match. And he actually went to the back and he looked back at Bryan and he was smiling and nodding his head, looking like a sign of respect. So it looks like Brock Lesnar actually likes Daniel Bryan, which is a good thing. I like that. And then a WWE exclusive on the YouTube channel when Daniel Bryan was going to the back, the referee, Mike Chioda, kind of was seeing if Daniel Bryan was okay. He tried to, tap him on his shoulder, but Daniel kind of just brushed him off, like, get off of me, like, type of thing. And he was smiling all and having had like an evil grin on his face. It looked crazy. So if this is like a psychotic heel Daniel Bryan, I am all for it. Still not gonna watch SmackDown because I'm kind of still done with main roster. But yeah, so I like this match. I like the fact that it was not as much of a burial as I thought it was gonna be. So, with that being said, I did think Survivor Series, it wasn't a bad show. It wasn't like terrible, as bad as I thought it was gonna be. It was actually a lot better than what I expected. Some of my favorite matches, definitely Nakamura and Rollins. Murphy Ali was really good. Charlotte Flair versus Ronda Rousey, which really surprised me. And of course, Lesnar versus Daniel Bryan. And so actually, except for the tag team matches, all the champion versus champion matches were really good. I hated the tag matches. Excuse me. And I also liked the pre-show match, which I am still going to count. So Raw still won, but it was 6-1 as far as I'm concerned. So yeah, but I liked those 4 matches along with the pre-show match. So those were all really good. So I enjoyed those. But other than that, I didn't really care for anything else. So yeah, everything else was kind of meh or really crappy. So with that in mind, my final rating for Survivor Series 2018 is the bar. So kind of middle of the road for me. Didn't really care much, but that concludes my review of Survivor Series. Let me know what you guys thought about Survivor Series in the comment section below, and of course, what were some of your favorite matches of this whole weekend, including Survivor Series and Takeover War Games, which I forgot to mention. My favorite match. Oh yeah, no, I did say it. My Takeover War Games favorite match of the night was, of course, Chomp of Dream and all that good stuff. So yeah, I wanted to say something else. Oh yeah, NXT and 205 Live review might come a little bit late this week because this Wednesday I am spending some time with some friends and all that good stuff. So we're going to be going out and doing some stuff. I may vlog it, I may not, I don't know. Nerdy Mark Chronicles Part 3, who knows? We'll see. But yeah, let me know again. Let me know in the comments below. What did you think about Survivor Series? And what did you think about Takeover War Games too? Leave all that in the comments below. As always, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Follow me on social media and tell your friends about the Nerdy Mark. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you so much for the support. I'll let you guys get back to watching Monday Night Raw because I know y'all love it, but I'm just kidding. No. But with that being said, this is Sid signing off. You guys take care. Bye-bye. And we're going offline. Hold on one sec. Gotta go offline. Stop. All right, hold on.